What's up, everybody? Very nice to be here. Psyched to be with you. So I have 5 minutes to tell you about what we're up to here at Porch. We are going after the home improvement category. So taking on Angie's List and all these other companies that haven't done a very good job and fix how people improve their homes, repair their homes, maintain their homes. I won't do the typical question, the question that sometimes gets asked in these things about how many people own a home or rent a home, because it's a big market. I think there'd be a lot of hands, and there's a lot of pain around that space, and so we get to fix that pain. I'll tell you about our story over the last 18 months or so. So I've coming out of the last, built a couple of companies and sold the first and took the next public. And coming out of that, I was going to take some time off, like many of people like me try to do. And in this process was starting to build a home, and was already kind of looking around and figuring out markets that suck and that need to be fixed. And was already looking at this space, and then it started to become personal, and then a buddy of mine went through just a horror story where he cycled through 3 general contractors and people leaving on site, and it became very personal. And so I went back to my wife, and I cut the year by most of it. I got a whopping 2 weeks off. Yep, that was. She's still very pumped about that, actually. And then started the process, that we all know about. So took a number of months, built MVPs. This is about 18 months ago, give or take, that we were trying to figure out what the heck we were going to do and what customers wanted. Raised a ton of money, and then Porch was born. And we took a really unique approach, actually. We didn't start top down building interfaces after we kind of figured out what customers wanted. We started bottoms up. So we aggregated a tremendous amount of data. Was really the approach. The aha moment as we build MVPs was that there was a certain set of information around the home that's never been organized. All the work that's happened at the home, and by understanding that, you can fix a lot of problems for people. Create transparency where there wasn't, and help them find the right professional for their home, which hasn't existed. And so we did all the hard technology, and we kept pounding our head against the wall for a year, really just organizing and aggregating a tremendous amount of information around the home. And then it's really just recent. We're early in this whole thing in the grand scheme of things. So 3 months ago, we launched our beta, and just a month ago, almost exactly, we rolled out nationally, launched nationally, and we're cranking actually. So we have about 45 people right now. We're trying to build a great company. One of the, hopefully one of the next great Seattle tech companies. We're ramping. It'll be about 150 people in a year. So I'll give a plug for that at the end of this thing. But there's a lot of really cool stuff I'm not going to talk about tonight, but we'll be announcing soon. That we're up to. So we're cranking along. And why the data is important, and then I'll do the demo. So right now we have in the system 1.5 million professionals, and we have insight into about 90 million of their projects. So we have this really deep insight to know for many homes, 75% of homes. We have this understanding as to what works happened at the home, what professional, what was spent for that particular professional, what work they did, and it represents about $2 trillion of spend that we have insight into in homes. So it's hard for me to actually wrap my head around what that means. And so what that allows us to do is actually some pretty cool stuff. So I'll show you a couple of things from Porch. So right now I'm actually in here, I'm looking at photos, and so I'm looking at all of these projects that have happened around us right here. And so as I go down, I can start to see different remodels that have happened near us. I can see garden projects, bathroom remodels, whatever it might be. Maybe I want to look at this industrial kitchen, or maybe actually I should look at a front porch renovation. And so I can actually see, and maybe I want to go look at the before and after photos. So I can start to actually get information that's never been available to me before. So here's what this home looked like. Here's the during projects, the work that actually had been done on this particular home. And here's what it looked like afterwards. And this particular person spent 14 grand with Ultra Rock Builders, this particular professional, to do that on their home. In the map, I can dig in right here, and so as I dig in, you actually be able to see there's lots of data that we have, both on projects and professionals where they exist. So I've wanted to look at maybe projects, and I'm actually looking for a new cleaner since mine is a disaster. I will be able to dig in here, and I can see green clean carpet cleaning, actually Revive Carpet Services. Here's Seattle Earth Cleaning. Green gloves, $140. I can dig in and start to actually get informed as to what's happening out there. Or on a mobile device. So if I wanted to, you'll actually see this coming next week. I can dig in, and I put my address in right here if I wanted to. Let me do it quickly. Actually, I shouldn't show you my address, should I? So I didn't think about that one ahead of this. So I can put my address in. What the system allows you to do with data is actually see who my neighbors have used. And who they've used repeatedly, who my neighbors and friends actually endorse, and soon actually see the professionals have worked on homes just like mine, because we have insight to about 85 million homes across the country in terms of what it's worth, all the information about their home, which is pretty fun. Last thing, before I get booted off stage, with the data, you can create Carfaxes for your home. And so as people are looking to buy a particular home, everybody wants to know the work that's happened at this particular home, maybe how this home compares to others in the neighborhood. Maybe in this particular neighborhood, here's what people spend on a remodel. So you can start to get, if you're going to try to keep up with the Joneses, what you're running into. So to wrap, 3 things I'll leave you with. 1, we're changing this space, home improvement. We've got a great opportunity to do it. 2, we're trying to build a really cool company. And the plug, we're hiring. So if you tweet at porch.com, you email me right here. Love to dig in and talk and see if it'd be a good fit. Again, trying to build a really cool company. Porch, thank you very much. Appreciate the time.